I think he's actually played it quite smartly in Libya. He's on the side, as you say, of the UN recognized government in Tripoli. He has managed to team up with the Italians, who are, like France, pursuing their own economic interests in Libya. Italians, that is Eni, the big Italian oil company, versus France, Total. They both have an interest in the oil stakes in Libya. France is seen as aligned with the Libyan National Army of Khalifa Haftar. So by moving into to Tripoli, backing the Sarraj regime there, which does have the patina of UN backing for it, recognition for it at least, Erdogan has positioned himself as somehow upholding the international order there. I suppose it's very debatable. You have the remarkable spectacle of Turkey, a member of NATO, facing off with France, another member of NATO, over Turkey's right to dock a ship at Tripoli, which France said was full of weapons. Turkey won that tussle. So it's another mark for Erdogan. So I think of all the things that Erdogan is up to, whether the internal commercial wars, internal culture wars within Turkey at the moment, his policy in Libya is playing out quite well. It will, by all accounts, give him some sort of beachhead in Tripoli, as the next stage of the Sarraj government then is to go on to Sirte and take full control of the oil interests now of the oil export facilities in Libya. And if he's
which brings us to the question of Egypt and the red line they've defined. You know, we've been asking Patrick all week whether or not Turkey's overstretched with all of the areas in which it has a finger in the pie. It's taken sides most recently with the spike in tension between Azerbaijan and Armenia. But I can also ask you the question, Patrick, is Egypt overstretched? After all, there is the threat of war on two of its borders if you look south to Ethiopia, which has started filling the Grand Renaissance Dam.
Yeah, I think both are overstretched. I agree with you. I mean, it's a huge gamble for Turkey, this Libya play, but it's part of Turkey's headlong expansion into Africa. And you see what Turkey has been up to in Somalia. So it's trying to sell its services, if you like, to the Libyan people as, hey, we've gone into other countries in Africa and we've helped with the reconstruction process and so on. We don't have the bank resources of China or America, but we can do our bit. So I think for Egypt, I think it's equally a big gamble. As you say, Egypt is making enemies across Africa over the standoff with Ethiopia, over the Grand Renaissance Dam and the Nile. So Egypt is essentially fighting on two fronts in Africa. And that's pretty problematic, I'd say.